are you? So I'm very privileged here to be speaking to Alpha from Gaerea. I always get the name wrong, but there's a few different pronunciations, so I'll give it to you to give the official pronunciation.
Yeah, we always say Gaerea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Um, I've yeah, very excited that you're coming to Australia and yeah, many things to kind of talk about. I wanted to kind of look at you started recording in your bedroom, and from there you kind of you're playing festivals to tens of thousands of people, and sometimes a lot of people lose things in that transition. Um, what did you have to kind of protect, as that scale got bigger? Because obviously it come from a smaller scale to now where it's a huge idea, and obviously the commitment and the scope is bigger now.
I'm sorry, Mark. I think I lost some of your words there.
It got lost.
Could you repeat your question? Yeah, just a bit, because sometimes you freeze.
Ah, sorry. Um, I pretty much just wanted to talk about how you felt about the scale of the band, how it started from a bedroom project to now something much bigger. Um,
Yeah.
what have you kind of what have you been committed to keep that whole time? Because I know you're very dedicated to what you're doing.
I mean, it all started 10 years ago in a bedroom, about the size of the bedroom that I'm in right now. Um, and for me, it's always very important to keep um, that bedroom feel of everything that I do. So I never built a studio for myself. I never built anything bigger than what I needed it to be, because I think it always brings me back to, you know, roots and gets me inspired as well, to write music and to work and to think of new things to do. But yeah, everything. So I say that because I mean, from here I can just hop in a big bus and go do a tour. It's for me, it's important to have that normality and sense of honesty on a lot of things that we do. So it doesn't feel like nothing that is not really true, because life on the road, of course, it's fun, of course, it's great, but we learned the hard way that that's not the whole reality of life for us. I mean, it's fantastic to go do Hellfest and go do whatever massive festival or a big tour, but then you need to come back to a place that you call home. And for us, it's been a learning curve and a long journey of securing our homes, and home, of course, it's not just a house or whatever apartment or bedroom that you're renting, but something that you really feel like it's your safe uh, place
Mhm.
to come back to. Whether it be a family, whether it be your dogs or whatever. So, and it's something that we didn't have for quite a while in this band, because we just felt like, well, as the songs say, nomads, uh, going around, not really looking forward to go home because there's no place to come back to. So all of this, like, of course, summarizes the last 10 years as a band. It's been absolutely wild to go from a bedroom project to, I don't know, being able to go to Australia one day. I mean, I never thought that thing would become a thing, but after 10 years we made it. We're going we're going to Australia and have fun there. Going to the States many times, playing all these festivals, releasing our sixth release. I mean, all of this has been like impressing me as we go. It became my life. It became everybody's life in the band. It's everything we do. It's our full-time thing. So it became more than just a dream, but it's also something that we need to protect and something that we need to work on every day to make it to continue it being special.
I was going to say that's really because when you're hitting that 10 year kind of, kind of benchmark, sometimes people they kind of fall off, they fall off the scale of what they're doing. But I think you're sort of touching on, um, a lot of the core of the band. Like it seems more internal rather than driven by trends, and that's something that's I've watched a few interviews with you before, and the kind of the statements that you make. It's a real kind of deliberate kind of philosophy rather than getting driven by what's going on, trends or anything like that. You seem quite separate about it and very focused.
Yeah, I mean, I I I, I like to mention that we're turning 10 years and all that, but we're not doing anything special because we're releasing an album, and releasing a new album for me is way more important than trying to celebrate
Mm.
10 years as a band. I don't fucking care. I like to say it. I mean, I never thought I would be able to do this for 10 years. I never thought I could do it for a year or two when I started. So, um, for me, it's just a sense of like, yeah, I kind of made it work slowly but steady. Um, but yeah, it's for us just like taking day by day, figuring shit out. There's a lot of things that take a year or two to plan. I mean, a lot of these things that we try to accomplish, we're still a very do-it-yourself band. I mean, we always kept merchandise in-house. For example, we have our own team that we hire that is, I mean, part family. So we're very like Portuguese in that way. I mean, we'll try to make it work all together between ourselves and work different parts of the band, administration, all that shit, just to make it work. Um, because that's the only way that we learned with these 10 years how to make it is a struggle and invest and sacrifice a lot of things to make it happen. Um, so of course also translates to live and the albums and all of that. I mean, for us, it's just very important to learn all the aspects of the game and try to play it all together and make it work.
Yeah, I think I mean that definitely shows. 100%, like having that creative control. I wanted to talk about the latest record as well because I think each kind of record from Limbo to Mirage to Coma has all been a bit of a and I mean I know that was kind of in that kind of the Vortex Society kind of mythology and the narrative framework, but this is kind of parked that to the side to something quite personal, which I think really shows in the album. It's grief and trauma. Um, it's not sort of it's not character driven or mythology. Um, was pulling this material together pretty hard, or was it like, do you think the depth of the record was always where you were heading? Because I think it really shows in the record. I think that's a real, you know, testament to yourself. But I'm wondering from your point of view, do you think that that depth was that always where you were kind of heading, or the insight?
I think coming out of Mirage and Coma, we realized that I don't know. I think we all felt like if we continue going down this lane of making the same things, I mean, I don't think we ever did the same things. I mean, I think all our albums are very different and show where we were with our heads on that specific point in time, which sometimes can be more aggressive, but also like I think throughout our sound, it started opening and opening into like new instruments and new uh, ways of expressing emotions. And of course, it started very aggressive, a band trying to do some sort of like black metal. But in the end, we kind of found our kind of thing with Mirage and Coma. And I think we all realize like, okay, before we do another album that will just is just going to be compared to what we did before. Um, let's just do whatever we want. So we took out everything from our preconceptions of, oh, is this black metal enough, or is this aggressive enough, is this whatever enough? Let's just take all that shit out. We were so comfortable within the band to experiment and fail that an album like this came to be, where I can talk about myself, I can talk about my traumas, I can talk about people that I miss, I can talk about the things that I fucked up in life. I can talk about the sacrifice that I put in this band that after 10 years came back to bite me in the ass. And I had to, well, it's all fun and games. I mean, back then we sacrificed so much. I mean, I sacrificed relationships, I sacrificed friendships. In the end, I was all alone doing this band with my bandmates, and then you go back home and there's nobody to talk to, kind of thing. That I realized with this album how important that balance really is. Um, so all of these things kind of played so much in this album. The importance of that balance, but also be well enough with yourself. So translates into the songs, translates into the sounds, translates into all the things that we just felt like doing. Um, and we don't care. I mean, for us, it's like this is who we are right now. This is what we learned after 10 years of being a band. And we are this uh, safe and sound with who we are and these people that are in the band. And we're not making music to please whoever is going to compare this to another record. We're making music for ourselves, and yeah, it's this album. Maybe the next one is something completely different. I don't know. Maybe we get back to do black metal. We never know.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't. I think that's just yeah. People are they're too fucking fixated. I think on where it sits in that whatever whatever happened to just its extreme music and its to take it on board because I think people have overwhelmingly really responded to it really well because it could go the other way, but it's such a shitty thing to just like it's a bit of this, is it? What part is like as opposed to like a creative process to come up with something that where you were heading and what feels good for you.
Yeah, it's the world we have right now. I mean, I also don't like I don't love all the records of my favorite bands. I sometimes you just love some like these tiny things so much that you understand um you try to understand so much of the band and you're like, okay, this is my favorite band. But sometimes it's just because of an album or because of a song or because of something, and it goes both ways. I mean, of course, we were given this great thing called the internet where we can just like say whatever we want. Um, Sometimes we shouldn't, but it is what it is. We can't control it anymore. I mean, people will say they will say I love it the same way they will say I hate it, you should die, kind of thing. It's fine. I think we just have to learn to live with our emotions and interpret this life and that way. So I think for me, it's fine. We still we grew a lot with this album. The album is doing absolutely great. It's absolutely normal that some people don't like it, and it's also normal that some people that don't like it will express themselves. It's completely fine. I'm happy with it. I'm happy that people will still take the time to say that they don't like it. We always knew this was that kind of record, that very bipolarized record. Some people will love it to death, and some people will stop listening to us, maybe. But somewhere in between, there's these five people that really feel good with what they're doing, and I, I I couldn't care less. I mean, yeah, I'm happy that people love the record, but I'm the same way I'm happy that people that don't like it will go the extra mile to tell everyone that they don't like it, and then there's more people listening to it.
That's how it goes. I wanted to really touch on because one thing I really love about your band and what you do is the visual kind of language. Nothing's kind of throwaway or incidental. Like the videos, there's themes of water, fire, and light across that. Where does it kind of sit for you? Because that visual kind of dimension is really, I think, not only in the videos, but I think across the whole, the layout of the records and everything like that. So where does that? It's quite. Do you feel it's quite inseparable from the songwriting and the structure? Because I think it's a great element. And what I would say as well, to your credit, it's not performative or like because a lot some bands it's kind of like a wanky kind of thing, but I think the visual element in that is very well thought out.
It goes hand by hand, in my opinion. I can't do anything music-wise without thinking, how does this translate into a video or a symbol or no, like sometimes even merchandise. Everything in my mind needs to like puzzle itself into this complete package of things. Um, Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. If the song for me, I don't see, I don't know, a color, an idea for a video. It's not good enough because it means that it doesn't create these strong pictures or emotions that I can use to be inspired to create something else. For me, it works like that at least. It's not just a song; it needs to be this whole world of creations that we can do and experiment and do something more. Um, so same goes for live. Same goes for the photos from the early beginnings of. Man, that photo behind you is our first photo ever. So I haven't seen photos. Yeah, since
It's
then,
it's great, bud, isn't it? Like it really, if we throw back the connection to music and horror movies and stuff, I think that aesthetic it's fucking wonderful.
yeah, that's just like if you see on the left side, you see the foam that we used
Yeah,
this our first rehearsal play, so it was covered in that foam, just to kind of isolate the sound. But I kept it in the edit because I was like, it just looks cool enough. But it's just like, yeah, a shitty smoke machine. But it's all those things that you start with nothing, and we still kept it like do it yourself. We do our own photo shoots. We don't get like fancy shit
yeah.
around us often to make what we do because we love to like get our hands dirty and do shit. And like if you need like I don't know big like 50-meter power extension, we'll go on ladders and do it. We're that kind of people. um so yeah, I mean, it's basically in the same way. Like I think it's about trusting your capabilities, trusting who you are, trusting the people around you. It took me almost, I don't know, 8 to 7 years to find the right people in the end, and I just feel super blessed in that sense to have people around me that I can just like bounce a stupid idea, and they will bounce another stupid idea, and then in the end we end up with a cool one. So all of that translates like, going back to your question, visuals. Yeah, I feel very comfortable expressing um, this stupid idea that I just had to a bandmate, something I didn't do in the beginning, and of course things become quite stuck in the same bubble. But um, these days we can do all these big things because we work as a unit most of the times. So it's a lot of the same sense of ideas bouncing with each other.
I think look, I think it carries through, and I that's what I love your body of work. I think it's very, yeah, you can see that commitment to it. That you're, like it's not throwaway or it's not you know, the commitment is there. You can see the blood, sweat, and tears in it. So we're super excited to see you very soon. That's going to be, yeah, can't wait for it. I'm sure you're excited as well.
Oh yeah, can't fucking wait to Australia. We're all super excited. It's a new place in the world for us. It's absolutely great.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think you'll be happy too. It's a, I think any extreme music is well received here. Just yeah, over a long time. So It'll be a great tour. So thanks very much for your time and also your body of work. And yeah, look forward to seeing you very soon.
Thank you so much, Mark, and we'll see each other in a few months.
That's right, 100%. Yep. All right, I'll come up and say hello. All right, thanks again for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks again. Cheers.